Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another great episode of Bahrain Now, your source of local initiatives, happenings, talents, and trends. I'm your host, Bara Abdulla, here to walk you through our exciting lineup of segments and personalities from around Bahrain. So don't go away, we'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a really cool fun talk. Here in the studio, we have Abdulla Al-Afu, who will be talking to us about something like for the first time ever here on Bahrain International, even on Bahrain Now, which is dressage riding. Now, with us right now is Mr. Abdulla. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am excited. Rida, thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
I love this. Tell us about dressage. What is it?
Dressage is an equestrian game, which it's an art of training to develop the horse manner.
Okay.
In a way to improve their obedience, their balance, to improve their flexibilities, and to the rider should implement the aid so the horse can develop the harmony between the horse and the rider.
Wow.
Everything comes from the horse. Each horse, you have a different type of character like a human being.
Okay.
You got a director, you got a thinker, you got a writer. Exactly, the horses, they have the same attitude. So you have to implement and you have to find out what type of technique that you can use on each and individual horse. Some horses, they need to be pushed like the human being.
Right.
Some horses, they have to be respected so you
Wow.
can get your respect back.
Wow. There's a lot going on here.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's all about knowledge and understanding the system of riding.
Whoa, whoa. You see, I think, again, I think it's new to us and to a lot of people here in Bahrain.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you pretty much get yourself in this whimsical, magical world of dressage? What got you in?
It's my brother when he gave me a horse, a gift.
Okay.
Then I started to ride. I started with a Western style of riding.
It shows.
Yeah.
Cab, you know.
Then afterward, I have decided to improve myself.
Okay.
Okay, I've been to one of the guys called Abul.
Okay.
He taught me about the word of dressage. Then I have decided to go outside. I've been to Spain.
Oh, wow.
With an Olympic rider called Rafael Soto. He's an Olympic rider. Then I have competed there in the first competition of my life.
Okay.
And I got the second place among all the Spanish, which they supposed to be graduated.
Wow.
And I've been qualified to the next Grand Prix, which is actually, it's been recorded and certified.
That is crazy. Wow.
Then after that, I have decided to go to Holland.
Okay.
Yeah, jumping from the Spanish horses to the warm blood horses. It's like different type of engine.
That is a lot of dedication from your side.
Yeah. That's a completely different type of engine. You're talking about 200 horsepower.
On a real horse.
Yeah, and when you talk about the German and the Dutch horses, you're talking about like 2,000 horsepower.
Oh, God.
The engine which they have is unreal. So you have to like try to get through with them and try to float with them while you're riding, which is gonna take lots of time.
Wow.
Yeah, so afterward, I couldn't compete because that was a new thing for me. Then I've been to Germany.
Okay.
Then in Germany, I brought some horses, young horses.
Okay.
I bred them there and I started to ride there. Then I brought the horses back to Bahrain. And I start working on them as much as I can. And I brought a horse there to compete in Windsor.
Okay.
Yeah, and I did compete in Windsor.
Tell us more about the Windsor.
The Windsor, I missed a little bit of luck. I wish if I had that type of luck.
Really?
Yeah, I worked so hard to compete in Windsor.
Okay.
And I prepare to go back 3 months before the competition.
All right.
When I went back, me and my family, they put me back on the same plane back to Bahrain. Why? Because of the visa issue.
Oh man.
Okay.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
That is painful.
Okay.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So like, I thought that being in Germany in certain days,
Right.
but they calculate whenever time that I have been in Europe.
Oh.
So I shouldn't exceed like 90 days.
Okay.
I just reached to the German airport and within like 1 hour back on the same plane back to Bahrain.
You didn't know the regulations.
Yeah,
man.
it's really hit me so badly.
I can imagine.
And
Sorry.
it's like I'm hitting a huge competition in my life.
Yeah.
So I went back home and I was really disappointed. And my brother, he told me, he always support me, yeah? And he told me, you got 1 month to go
Okay.
before the competition.
Let's go.
Bring your horses to England and go.
All right.
Because he saw my mood, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And I've been to England and prepared myself,
Yeah.
but I didn't have enough time. Enough time, because there in Germany, I made lots of plans. Before entering the big competition, I supposed to enter like 6 competitions.
Oh man, that's a lot.
Yeah, before that competition. When I entered the competition, I wasn't ready.
Okay.
I wasn't ready. Psychology, I wasn't ready.
All right.
And the points which I got is like 7.5, which is very good.
Out of 10?
Out of 10, 6.5, 7s.
Okay.
But I couldn't finish the course because I forgot the direction of the course 3 times. Then it's been, I have to leave the arena.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
That was the competition that, but trust me, that was the best experience I ever had in my life.
Wow.
And I'm so proud of it.
Sure.
Then on the same day, I had a call from Dr. Khalid.
Okay. And he's from?
He's from the endurance.
Okay.
The endurance guy.
Right.
Which he tried to support me, yeah, and told me, Reza, okay, you failed on that. Why you cannot do the 5-star with the music style?
Oh, wow.
So I
we're gonna go with the beat.
Yeah, I told him, trust me, I'm not ready for it. I didn't prepare for it.
Okay.
He tried because my trainer told me, don't do it. I wanted to do it, but my trainer, he told me, don't do it, Reza, because you're already on the big stress.
So he doesn't want to put more stress on you.
Oh,
as you already had so much going on. You've been overwhelmed going to a lot of things. And as you said yourself, psychologically, you were not in the right place, I guess, right?
Yes. Then I went back home and I worked on the horses that I started with them from the scratch.
Okay.
Then I built them up. Then I gone to England to compete. I got first, second, first, second.
There you go.
Yeah,
back to back.
Yeah, back to back. But the thing is that I can't, it takes time for you to bring the horse from level after level. It's like building of blocks.
To level up a horse
Yes,
itself?
to level up the horses, yeah.
Okay.
So I started with them like on the medium classes, and I really did good.
Okay.
Really good I did, and the horse they were really perform in such a way. And as soon as the horses they are ready for the Prix St. George, the level of dressage is intro.
Okay.
The second level is the prelim. The third level is the novice, then the elementary. Then you have the medium, then the advanced medium, then the Prix St. George. Then you start knocking the door of the Grand Prix.
It's a lot of levels.
It's lots of levels, yeah.
Yeah.
Once you reach up to the Prix St. George, the horse age should be like between 8 to 9.
A Prix St. George. What
Yes.
is that? Why is it called Prix St. George?
Well, basically, it is lower than the Grand Prix level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I got shocked when I had a call that on the stable the horse got lame, got injured on the stable while he just, got lame.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
man.
the horse that I built the my future on him, yeah. And the other horse, which I supposed to compete on the next competition in Windsor, after 2 months, he died in England.
I'm so sorry to hear this. I'm so sorry to hear this. You've been through a lot.
Yeah.
You've been through a lot.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, I always tell God, try me. Try me. And never give up.
Okay.
I have a horse now in Spain.
Right.
He's really performing very well. So I'm going to go for it after a few months.
All right. We'll say hi to your horse. I mean, from Bahrain TV to your horse. And your horse's name?
Rocky.
Rocky. Okay. Okay. Amazing. Like, you know, listening to your story, I'm just getting goosebumps right now. Because, you know, as you took it to another level, and it's one thing to just be a dressage rider, but from Germany to then you got to Spain, back to Bahrain and England, and back and forth, and you have the support of your family and your brother and all of that, and Bahrain all knows you. You built quite a reputation, to be honest, you know, in the equestrian world, even in dressage world. I mean, how do you feel about that?
I'm still hungry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though when I win, I don't feel happy.
You want more?
I want more.
Okay.
That's me. I'm a man with full of commitments in my life. I mean, the only thing I know is I just need to sleep 5 hours.
5 hours more than enough for you?
That's more than enough.
Okay.
That's more than. I wake up in the morning. I go to work. Back to house. I do some personal training, boxing.
Okay.
Then I go to the gym after that.
It shows you're a boxer, man. Look at those hands.
Then I go to the gym. After the gym, I go to the horse riding. By the time I finish the horse riding, I just need to eat and just lay down and sleep.
That is a full life of a dedicated person who is throwing himself and indulging himself into something that is full of passion and all the way. So 5 hours, you wake up. So you have a morning job.
Yes.
What do you do in the morning job?
Well, basically, it's a family business.
Okay.
I run operation.
Okay.
It's a huge project.
All right.
It's a sewer, crash barriers, water supply.
Oh, wow.
It's a quite a big company.
Yeah, I can definitely tell. It's a big industry going on over there. So from there, from the engineering world, the industry, then you go back, you go to boxing, from boxing to a gym, from gym to horses.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Wow. You're pretty busy.
Yeah.
Pretty dedicated.
Yeah.
So now with all of this going on, how do you see the dressage field in Bahrain? I mean, is it growing? I mean, what's happening here?
That's a really lovely question to talk about, yeah. When I started to compete in one of the competition in Bahrain before 2 months and a half, I competed in the novice level, and I won the competition. I got a record, actually, 75%, a really high record.
Wow.
I lost some points because the movement was so big. They didn't need that type of huge movement for that type of level.
Okay.
So I just lost some points, yeah. Otherwise, because I have to satisfy the fans, I mean the supporters. Okay, so the way that I moved the horse, it was really big, and I have really covered the ground. Okay, then from that point, I have decided to develop a team called Bahrain Future Dressage Riders.
Oh, the Future is your middle name right there.
Yeah, so I built a team. I got like almost 15 riders.
Not bad.
Oh yeah, and I started to compete and training them. I mean, not only that, I started to make competitions.
Okay.
I mean, the last competition was a few days ago, and it was a really lovely competition. And the amount of the rider has been increased, and everybody say, this is one of the best competition ever happened.
Amazing, man, amazing.
And I've decided to start with a very low level. The reason why is, if you want to build anything in life, you always has to start from the foundation.
Right.
So I put my rules and regulation that they have to achieve a certain point, 66 and plus, then they can go to the prelim level.
That's a
which
high
is the
score.
next, yeah, to the next level. Today we had a meeting with my team, which her name is Megan and Oliver. So we have decided that we're going to have some training show as a normal training show. So they don't need to have like a certain and FEI rules of the closing of dressage. So like they have, instead of having white bridges, they can have black or blue, doesn't matter. It's only training. The reason why is we would like to have more competitions, and the more competition, the more practice you have into the competition.
True.
It's gonna increase the number of riders.
Okay.
We have decided that by next year, we have to make a pre-St. George competition by the end of next year.
No, that's a goal, right?
That's a huge goal.
Yeah.
And if we could do that, means that we are knocking the door of the FEI rules in Bahrain.
Right.
Then we are building a future Olympic team in Bahrain.
How crazy would that be to head the Grand Prix with the Bahraini team, you know, with the Bahrain future dressage rider, all that happening over there? That's pretty huge.
Oh yeah. I have a really talented riders, really good talented riders.
Awesome.
The thing is that all they need to be coached.
Right. And they got you, man.
And they have to understand what is the sequence of going inside the arena. You know, I told them that whatever you're going to do on the normal arena is different than doing inside the dressage arena. Why? Because you have a judge there. She's going to judge you.
Right.
It's going to judge the horse, the rhythm of the horse, the balance of the horse, the relaxation of the horse, the flexibility of the horse, and she's going to judge you as a rider, your posture.
Right.
The difference between dressage and jumping. Dressage is a very prestige game.
And pretty much more technical, I would say.
More technical.
Right?
On the jumping, it doesn't matter what style you're going to ride. The main thing is you have to have the fastest time, and you have to do the clear.
Okay.
Like you have 12 fences.
Okay.
If you can achieve 12 fences, clear 12 fences, and your time is very short, you're going to win the competition.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what style you're riding. It doesn't matter.
So
on dressage, no.
It's pretty much, that's equestrian and endurance. You have a time frame, but in dressage is technique, is movement. Right? That's what really matters. The discipline.
Posture of the rider,
posture.
how he looks.
Oh wow.
How he looks, how he performs.
It's way. I think I wouldn't like want to compare, but I think there's more to consider in dressage, right? Like there's more technicalities. It's like more to actually put your thought into. So it could be a little bit more difficult, maybe more challenging, maybe
more challenging, and it needs time.
Time, right?
Time. You know, it's like the human being. You know, we are not good in everything, but we have something good on us.
Okay.
Horses also the same. Like you got some horses who they are good on cantering, but they are not good on trot.
Right.
So you have to develop the trot. It doesn't mean he's not a good horse. It means that they need time to understand what the needs of the rider to be implemented for the horse.
Right.
It's all about knowledge. It's all about knowledge. And when we talk about the jumping horses, whatever come before the fence and after the fence, it's all dressage.
Wow.
It's all dressage. I remember when I was in England, we had the national team of the one of the American national team rider.
Yeah.
She used to do like 5 sessions of high movement of dressage.
Okay.
And she's a jumper. And she's riding jumping horses. So really dressage, it's needed for the jumping horses to improve their flexibilities, their lateral work, how to close the frame, how to open the frame.
There is a lot going on.
You know, it is. I had a horse that he was out of training for 2 years, out of competitions.
Okay.
The horse said, no, I don't want to jump. Everybody knows about it in Bahrain. Then I brought the horse.
Yeah.
I brought him back. I didn't jump him for 6 months.
Okay.
I just taught him dressage.
That's it.
Now he knows
Dressage.
everything about dressage. He can do piaffe, passage, flying changes. He could do half passes, all type of movements.
It's a lot of techniques going on.
Then I called some of the riders. They told me, Reza, I don't think we can jump on the horse. This horse cannot jump. I told them, fine.
Okay.
I've been like to 3 riders. Okay. Then then I have choose one of the rider called Hussein Dadallah.
Okay.
The Hussein Dadallah, he took the horse into the competition and he won the first competition.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Then last year, just before 1 month ago, the champion of the Open, the champion of the Grand Prix,
Okay.
and he won the Prix-Saint. So he won three titles
Amazing.
in one show.
You know, I want to ask you about these horses right now. It seems like because there's so much going on and you're getting us all excited here. Now, the first thing you need to do is get yourself a horse, right? And all of that. So I think a lot of questions will come in. Is it more of an expensive kind of sport if somebody wants to get into dressage? Like, are dressage horses different than other kind of horses?
They are.
Okay.
You got the most 2 expensive horses is the racing horses. They're very expensive. And the second is dressage.
You know, as hearing you from the first we started this talk up to now, I can't help to notice, or at least to hold myself with this question, who is your hero? Like, you know, the way you talk and all of this, the way you present yourself and all of this, it seems you've been through a lot. And now it's just like, you've been inspired by a lot of people, right? You've been watching a lot of movies, you know, it could be your Superman or your Spider-Man, it could be whoever man. But at this point, it seems like, you know, there's certain people that actually affected you and impacted you with big things. So I want to ask you this, like, you know, right here on TV, who is your hero?
Basically, before going to that, I always say, if I lose money, it doesn't matter. If I lose my health, I start to have a problem. But when I lose my character, I lose everything. For me, I have my character.
Okay.
I always say that.
Yes.
You know, when you ask me about the 2 heroes, they are actually 2 brothers. They have turned sand to gold.
Wow.
And they are not only, normal people. They are true warriors.
Okay.
They have competed in the same game which they are handling. Well, I never look for the stars on my shoulders. You know, I always think that I have to give and I have to do and I have to grind up to the maximum level.
Okay.
Okay, I reached to the point that I want to do my best each and individual second in my life. Those 2 guys, they are 2 brothers.
Okay.
And one of them is, they're really inspiring me, is Sheikh Nasser and Sheikh Khalid.
Yes. Yes.
Sheikh Nasser, he made, he built the endurance in a way that, oh my God, Bahrain can compete against any country today, at any place, in any arena. The second thing is, not only he made it, he's a rider. He's riding and he's winning.
I mean,
he's a winning rider.
They made it happen, definitely.
Yeah. And the second one is the Iron Man.
Iron Man.
I
yes.
saw him while we have a project on the South Loop. I used to see him, like, he's on the cycle, he's running. So those type of, he really inspired me.
Right.
He did.
Right.
He did. And his brother Khalid on MMA.
Definitely, you know, KHK was going on with Brave. His Highness Sheikh Khalid pretty much did an amazing job. Even his son Sheikh Nasser as well, bringing together Ironman and promoting sports in so many ways.
I saw him on the arena boxing. I saw Sheikh Khalid on the arena boxing. I was so surprised.
How awesome is that? Yeah.
I was so surprised. I said, oh my God, you know? I mean, sometimes I just look back and I see that video. I say, oh my God. He wants to send a message
Right.
to all the youngest, you know, guys, work on yourself.
Right.
It's possible.
And that's a beautiful message by His
Why
Highness.
not? You can achieve it. I think each a human being has something inside him,
Right.
and he got a gift. He got a gift. So all he has to do is he has to coach himself.
That is amazing. Like when you were just pretty much giving me the intros like true brothers and you mentioned His Highness Sheikh Nasser and His Highness Sheikh Khalid, I'm like, of course.
Yeah.
You know, with everything and all the efforts that they've done for Bahrain is something to be super proud of. You're absolutely right. So I'm not surprised at all because they inspired you and everybody in Bahrain, even the world at this point, to be honest. So that pretty much brings me to an understanding why you have this inspiration and this ongoing motivation nonstop. But now on the other side of the coin, you know who's your heroes, right?
Yeah.
You know who they are, pretty much. They're shining. But if I would ask you on the other side, who is your enemy? I mean, who's dragging you down, man? Who's pretty much giving you like the opposite of what you're getting from His Highness Sheikh Nasser Sheikh Khalid at this point?
The biggest enemy who lives inside me.
Okay.
The enemy outside won't do me any harm. Fear can destroy me. Fear can lock me in one room. That's the first enemy I have. The second enemy is the toxic people.
Okay.
And the third enemy is losers.
Wow.
Losers. I don't have a place for this type of three people. I'll call them as a people, yeah.
This is a very interesting talk.
The reason why is, I always say, imagine today is my last day of life. What book did I have made? What dream did I achieve? What gift did I use and expose to the other people?
Right.
I mean, I always say that the most expensive land in the world is the graveyard. You will find artists, scientists, you will find musicians. They're all being stopped by fear.
Right. So all these dreams have been buried with them in the graveyard, making it the richest place in the world.
Yes.
I see what you're saying there.
Yes. So fear can kill any man or any female. I always tell the guys, don't be scared.
Wow.
It's always possible. Try to hang around with the people who can stretch you, the people who you can learn from, the people who can inspire you, the people who can tell you, you can do it. The people can coach you, the people that they can hold your hand and pick you up. The toxic people, what they will do for you, they will increase your blood pressure up.
There you go.
Straight away. And they will remind you of the past.
You don't need that.
And you don't need that. And they will like, they won't let you sleep at night. Losers, what they gonna do to you? They say, no, you can't do it. I mean, it's hard. Yeah, you can take the cup of water from this point to the other point. That's more than enough for you. You know, they try to stop you.
Wow.
We're gonna live one life.
Make the most out of it. Enjoy it to the max.
Enjoy it as much
and
as you
achieve all the things you want. Honestly, this has been definitely a talk. I knew it was going to be an exciting one, but I never knew it was going to be that rich, if I may put it that way. You know, sir, thank you so much, to be honest. And I can only say that right now, Dressage is going to have an amazing place in Bahrain because we have a person like you making sure it's going to grow, making sure we're going to reach to international levels, to the Grand Prix, to have an Olympic team.
Exactly. One of the dreams that I have it, and I'm going to make it happen.
Let's go.
Whatever it's going to cost me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm going to compete on the Olympics.
And we're going to have you again on TV talking about that.
And I'm going to do it. And I'm going to make it happen, whatever it costs me. I'm ready to lose everything, but I don't want to lose my dream.
Well, sir, you got our support. Really appreciate you. We appreciate your team and the Bahrain Future Dressage riders all together over here. This has been a great pleasure and honor having you with us right here. Coach Reza, thank you so much for being with us. Most definitely.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now that was a very inspirational talk, all that took place right here on Bahrain Now with Coach Reza and Dressage. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the finish line. A huge thanks to all of our guests for joining us tonight, and another huge thank you to all of you watching us at home. As always, be sure to reach out to us on our social media accounts shown below. We love hearing from you. This was Bara Abdullah. Till next time, Bahrain, goodbye and God bless.